everybody, it's Dahlia Minnette.
Hi, and I'm Monique Johnson.
Hi, and I'm Princess Taylor.
So you have gone on a journey with us, and you've met my co-hosts, the lovely Monique Johnson and Princess Taylor. I hope you enjoyed being on DyVerse Conversations, and as you can see, I let them carry the interviews throughout the whole day. So tonight here at Ivy City Smokehouse, I am the host of the show, so you'll get to see me do my thing. I'm not singing this time, but the ladies wanted to do an interview of me, so I'm gonna let them take over and have at it. So go ahead, ladies.
Dahlia, so how long have you been singing?
I have been singing all my life since I was a little girl. In fact, the first song I did was a Sam Cooke song, working on the train.
Okay.
Train.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
sound of the man. Yep. That was my first song. I think I was 3 years old.
Okay.
Oh, wow. You were old soul.
Working on the chain gang.
You were old soul.
Yes.
Yeah, also.
So, there's a lot to cover with Dahlia because she's very diverse, as you can see. Maybe we should start, when did you start to think about staccato management and how DyVerse Conversations came about? So let's start with staccato management.
Well, Staccato Management actually isn't a new company. I formed the company in 2008 when I started working with my brothers, Fareed, Hawk, and Najee, who are my older brothers. I want you to know that first. And from there, it was just to work with them and also as a company for myself, because being a singer, you should always know your coins and where they're going. And
That's true.
That's right.
From there, I also worked in corporate America. And what started happening, of course, with the bubble and the collapse in corporate America, I started working more in the entertainment industry, and I wanted to know more about the business. Because the one thing I learned working with my brothers is that the people in the front, the people with the talent, didn't always make the money.
Right.
So I wanted to know where the money was coming from, who made the most money, and
How to get it.
how to get it. So
How to get
I begged them to teach me that side of the business. And being a woman on the business side is very difficult. So I learned it from the ground up. I learned from making reservations with airlines and hotels and understanding contracts and working with promoters. So I learned the nitty gritty, and I learned how to talk to artists, which, being an artist myself, of course, you know, I'm a little diva, but I also had to humble myself and learn how to talk to artists. And from there, I was groomed for that side of the business for many years. And then as things went on, I was encouraged by my brothers to actually open my company up to other artists. And I decided I wanted to take it a step further and really open it up to artists who were untapped talent, and really bring high energy, untapped talent to the world. And it kind of morphed into a bigger company than even I expected. And you can only say that's God's grace.
Yes, definitely.
So this is something that you've been doing this for years. You've been groomed for it, and the demand became so high for you to manage people, and people, they love your work ethics, and they just kind of loved how you were doing business.
Yes.
So people were just really demanding your presence and
Right.
your expertise. And the education, let's talk about your education, because she's not just a pretty face, she has education behind that pretty face.
Well, it's funny because most people in the entertainment industry didn't know that I guess I lead a dual life, because I have a master's degree, and I'm just completing a second master's degree, and I'm going for a PhD. And so entering the music business and knowing that side of it, it did help to have an education. And of course, my brothers have always encouraged that. And I always encourage people to go for an education. So I have a minor in music. I have a master's degree in urban studies. I'm getting another master's degree in human resources, and I'm getting a PhD in business.
That's fantastic. She is so multi-talented, everyone. She is very impressive when, just talking to Dahlia and sitting down with her on a personal note. She is very, very easygoing, easy person to talk to. So if you ever need her as a manager for Staccato management and you're in the entertainment business, she is the person to go to and talk to.
She's being nice. I'm
to
not
boost
I'm
your
not
career.
That, and I tell people when, and they'll tell you when I actually launched the business in May, it really has morphed into divisions. And I tell anyone who calls me, and we take them on because, I made a tagline that it is a premier entertainment boutique, and that we're not just going to take anyone. So you just can't be anybody who says they want to be a singer, because everyone can sing. And everyone thinks that they can sing. There has to be something there, and there has to be the talent, there has to be the drive, there has to be the desire, there has to be the hard work, and I'll tell you, learn how to read music, learn how to write music, learn about theory, learn about composition,
stage presence,
artist development. They will tell you themselves
absolutely.
that I drone into them all the time about speaking and getting on stage and what it takes, because it's not just about carrying a note. There's more to it than that, and you have to love what you do.
Yes.
So, what is let's go back to your youth. Where were you raised? I always ask everybody that question. Where are you from? Because the audience likes to know. They want to be able to be relatable. Like, I could be from Barbados, or I can be from St. Croix. People are like, oh, I'm from there. So, you want to be able to be relatable. So I usually ask that question so you'll hear me ask that question with a lot of artists. Like, where are you from? So where's your native land?
I am worldly. I was born in New York. I'm actually first generation born stateside, but my family is from the Virgin Islands. Yes. St. Thomas, but also St. John, St. Croix. But born in New York, and I say this way: born in New York, raised New York, Hawaii, and came back to New York to finish school. But Hawaii has part of my heart. So, to my friends in Hawaii, I miss you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. We've been talking on the phone.
So, now that you have Staccato management, do you have any type of big talent that you're hoping to have as part of Staccato management? And also, what are your future plans for Staccato management? What are your future goals?
Oh my gosh, big. I wouldn't say. Well, I always say my brothers are my big talent. So of course Najee is the big talent, and I don't manage Najee. Let me tell you right now, there is my brother's Fareed manages Najee. He is my client, yes, but I don't manage him. In fact, I think he kind of manages me. but I will say this. I have worked with a lot of big talent.
Give us some of those names.
I've worked with Will Downing. I've worked with Melissa Morgan. I've had the opportunity to work alongside people like Kenny Lattimore, Shantae Moore, and Jeffrey Bradshaw, Eric Roberson,
David P. Stevens.
Right, David P. Stevens. Now, wait a minute. Now, I manage David P. Stevens.
Right. Yeah.
So, Riley Richard. There are wonderful new talent out there. Those guys are phenomenal. They're on Billboard right now. I have actually brought in to not just work with musicians, but I work with an up-and-coming writer, novelist, Tracy L. Allen, who is just a dynamic writer. I'll be working with a stylist who I'm trying to get on. I'm going to be convincing her named Monet Rivera. Trying to get her there. And so it goes across industries, because talent is talent no matter what industry. and it speaks the same across the industry. So
which is the diverse conversations. The name diverse
ladies.
The name diverse conversation.
Yes.
It encompasses a lot.
Yeah.
It provides for every genre of music and the arts in general. It just kind of covers a lot, and the name speaks for itself. And it was just perfect. It was a perfect name to incorporate for what Dahlia's vision is. And like I said, different genres of music, art, writers, stylists, social media journalists.
Yes. I don't know if that's a title, but I have made that a title. I just want you all to know.
You're a social media journalist.
Social media journalist.
Young Black and African American women and men who are starting their own business. People who are giving back to the community. We have a line of different people that we would like to encompass and try to incorporate with our interviews, and try to just kind of reach a larger audience. And I think that I know that Diverse Conversation is going to do that.
Yes.
And just give us some time. We're developing, but we're going to be like the biggest name out there. So,
Yes,
you're getting in on the ground floor. So, try to support us as much as you can. Click like.
Support, us on social media.
Exactly.
And
follow
I will
our
tell
journey.
you this, there are things coming. I always say, you see me tweeting, you see me saying on Facebook, big announcements coming. There are still big announcements coming for Diverse Conversations.
Yes.
So look out for us. Follow Staccato Management. Dahlia Minnette. The EP is dropping in the fall. We are moving forward. I want you all to be a part of it. I can't wait.
This is our unofficial interview with Dahlia, but we will continue because there's so much to cover. We cannot cover everything in this one
We've
interview.
already done 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you
Thank
all.
you, everyone.
Bye.